It's the final event of this first session of the week at the Fazza World Cup in Dubai, the 12th edition of this most prestigious of the World Cup powerlifting events. And there's the familiar Dubai skyline that is known so well to many, but a bit like the old Thames Television logo, it's not quite representative of how it actually is, but all the main buildings are there. It is the women's 50 kilo final to come. We've seen tremendous Brazilian success for Lara de Lima in the 41 kilo final. What follows now? We've got two from Brazil in it. A very strong field of six. America's champions reigning: Maria Rezinei de Silva, Maria Santos de Oliveira. For Chile, Nader Garces. Here are referees: Assam Al-Zubi from Jordan, Ahmed Al-Hamadi of the United Arab Emirates. That's not his photo. And Priyanuk Iknate of Thailand. World record held by Esther Ayema, 131. Hu Dandan, the Asian record, 114 from last year. Ayema obviously has the African record. Maria Santos de Oliveira with the Brazilian record of 90. The European record goes back a while, 8 years to here. Alessia Lafina, the World Championships in Dubai. This is some talented list. Emanuela Romano, Sakina Khatun of India, Jessica Ferrero, Nader Garces as well of Chile. This is a talented field. Sakina Khatun of India will be starting off with 90. Manuela Romano, what a legend of passport she's been. Jessica Ferreira of Colombia. Nader Garces of Chile. Maria Santos de Oliveira of Brazil. And Maria Rezinei de Silva of Brazil. So we've two America's champions in this: Maria Rezinei de Silva, Maria Santos de Oliveira. And it is Maria Santos de Oliveira who we're seeing first, going for 70 here. 90 is a lifetime best. The America's record is hers. Gold in the 50 kilo category. Maria Rezinei de Silva gold in the 45, by the way, in St. Louis during the year. They both won gold in 2018. Pan Am gold in Lima in 2019 for Maria Santos de Oliveira as well. So starting at 70. Here she comes. And it's interesting that she started the lowest of the six. That is a good lift. That is 70 to start with. Well, she can definitely go higher than that. She holds the America's record after all. Now, obviously, you can see the leg being clamped. Perhaps there's been some really major injury problems going into this, but she starts at 70. It gives her a platform to go on and to lead an assault potentially on the medals. We go up to 90 in this after all with Sakina Khatun of India. Some really interesting marks being sought in this opening round. Nayde Garces, the America's bronze medalist in St. Louis, now marking the World Championships last year. Those are two championships today. Lives in Concepcion. She was found through talent spotting in Chile. Lots of countries doing that. National coaches have been Victor Rubilar and Juan Carlos Parra for quite a while. Going for 75 here. Lifetime best is 82. So she's going for something which is achievable enough at this stage. By those standards, of course. So this to ease her into the competition, having had very good early success early on in her career in St. Louis. This for 75 for Nayde Garces of Chile, who are a brilliant powerlifting nation. And that is going to go to flags, I think. And it is. And the flags will say that it is a good lift. 3 out of 3. And she has got it. Good lift. Excellent lift. And that is tremendous for her. Well, that has her on the mark. And on we go. Great venue here, and it's always organised to precision. Big events here every year, of course. So now we see the start of an international career. Jessica Ferrero for Colombia. And this is lifetime best territory. She's going for 82 kilos here. And this for the lead for Jessica. Essie Ferreiro, 82 for a lifetime best. She left herself a lot of time, I have to say, in the podium, but she put a tremendous amount of effort into that. And it has paid off. That is a good lift for Jessica Ferreiro. Cracking. Well, a nice clean lift again for Jessica Ferreiro. And the first that we've seen in international competition for her. Very impressive. So now, the second reigning America's champion for Brazil. Maria Rezenaida de Silva. She's won in the 3 America's Championship stage today. 2015 in Mexico City, 2018 in Bogota, 2022 in St. Louis, Pan Am Gold in Toronto in 2015. No mark in the World Championships, her first global event last year in Belize. Carlos Williams has been a coach long-standing. Now this looks like it would put 10 onto her lifetime best. Well, it would be a big breakthrough if she can. For 88. I think she... Yes, yes, yes! Good lift! 3 out of 3. That is terrific lifting. A really powerful result. And Brazil are well in the hunt for medals here and beyond. Well, that was impressive, and this can be too. Emiliano Romano for Italy, the European silver medalist in Belize in October. The former world champion in the 50 freestyle. She's now moved over to powerlifting, and what an impressive campaigner she is. This is for a lifetime best of 89, because 88 is what she cleared to win silver behind Loida Zabala Hierro of Spain in Belize a few weeks ago. And since then she's competed in the Irish Championships in Dublin at the Irish Wheelchair Association Sport Headquarters. That was the first one that they'd done on that scale, with international class athletes from overseas allowed in, and well, she was tremendous in that. Her and Andrea Quarto in the men's. She was a tremendous swimmer, now a tremendous powerlifter, and here she comes with a massive 89, and that is a good lift. Oh, wonderful! 3 white lights She was originally looking at 85. 89 was well within her grasp. Terrific. That was a really good lift from Emanuela Romano. Twice a Paralympian as a swimmer from Napoli. And that was a superb lift by Romano. How well she did. Has got that through well, and a delighted coach for obvious reasons. She got all the marks right. She is somebody who does have quite a few misses. She only had one successful lift in Belize at the Europeans. That was all she needed for a silver. But still, she was aiming for 93. That would have been a tie for top spot with Lloyd Zabala. So now, Sakina Khatun of India, bronze in the Commonwealth Games in 2014, the first powerlifter from India to win a medal at the Commonwealth Games. Asian Games silver, Asia Oceania silver, but no mark in Pyeongtaek earlier this year. Sakina Khatun is 33 now. Introduced into the sport by a swimming coach, because obviously there's so many in different sports who do bench pressing and powerlifting to keep the strength up, the muscles primed, that it's a natural sport to drift into. She has. She was a very good swimmer in her own right, like Romano. A very good powerlifter as well now, Sakina Khatun. And that is a good lift for 90, and Sakina Khatun goes into the lead, and every lift has been good so far. 94 was her original target, but that, a very strong lift at 90, and Sakina Khatun goes in front for India. Excellently done. There's a lot to enthuse about, and rightly so. And Sakina Khatun takes the lead as we go into round two. Khatun leading on 90, Emanuela Romano on 89, and Maria da Silva for Brazil, third on 88. A reigning America's champion, as is Maria Santos de Oliveira. So 70 in the opening round, this for 75. And there just must have been some sort of injury coming into this, and form not as she would wish it to be. That she is aiming a little lower down the program. Fifth previously in the Paralympic Games in 08. She was sixth in the 06 World Championships, 12th last year in Belize, fourth in the European Open Championships in 2018. So she's had top results outside of the Americas. And this would put her into fifth place on 75 alongside Nayadet Garces of Chile. We have not had, I don't want to say this now, it's not meant to hex anyone, but we haven't had a miss yet. Maria Santos. And that is a good lift as well. 3 white lights. Puts her into the lead in terms of the total lift as well. That's important consideration as well. This is pound for pound a very good, strong competition. 6 in it. 5 have won major championship medals, and the one that hasn't, we're seeing an international competition for the first time. That was a really good lift, and she has just really executed all so far that she has needed to. Nayadat Garces, the America's bronze medalist in St. Louis from Concepcion. Happy Wednesday night for those of you still watching in Chile. I think it's probably a very late Wednesday night now. It's probably a very early Thursday morning. So going for 80 here. A strong lift. A good lift. Nailed it. Garces. Well, she maintains a position of 5th spot and it is out right now. And she leads in terms of the total lift too. That'll all do. Well, right now she is flying.
The bar is now loaded. For her second attempt, representing Colombia.
What an excellent push through. Well, that gives her top standing in the total lift for now, and it is Jessica Ferrero of Colombia. Well, good to see her on board. She's performing really well for Colombia, who did a great job in hosting the America's Championship in 2010 and a couple of World Cups since then, and perennially a very, very good international team in this sport. Obviously, in Jefferson, they've brought through a top Brazilian coach to be their national boss now. From Bogota, and she's definitely impressed the national selectors. They invited her into the national setup. There was a big invitation of Bogota athletes into the national setup in March, and she's obviously impressed. And they've got so much to aim for. The Para Pan Ams in Santiago. And beyond. So again, she's aiming quite high here. And it goes upwards. I'm not sure if that's gone upwards enough. We'll let the three figures, all voted down. Didn't go high enough, I'm afraid. So she misses out at 84. She was very impressive at 82. Jessica Ferrero will be back. 2 kilos onto her previous best mark. And she will aim maybe for the same next time around. That just didn't go high enough in terms of the press. I would say probably obviously so as well. Midway through the second round of this women's 50 kilo final, which has attracted a lot of the best of the world, as it always does. Maria Rizenaide de Silva. This usually is in the first half of the year, but obviously a lot of sporting schedules have been shifted around. This for an America's record for Maria da Silva, going for 92. The America's record held by Maria Santos de Oliveira, who's already lifted 70 and 75. Her teammate watching backstage might be about to see the America's record whisked away from her. And this will be the first of 2 America's record attempts as well, obviously, to go into the gold medal position above our leader Sakina Khatun of India and Emanuela Romano of Italy. For an America's record, the press was a test, and she has passed it. It is a good lift. 3 white lights and a new America's record for Maria Rizenaide da Silva. How good was that? The America's record is now hers. Reigning America's champion at 45 kilos has stepped up to 50 and has snatched the record away from her teammate with a very good lift. Turning the bar well, pushed it through well. Excellent. Emanuela Romano wheeling herself in, the European silver medalist. So, succeeded at 89, this for 92. And there have been championships in which we've seen her walking in under her own steam, but she has the right, obviously, to come in on the way of her choosing, and it is a chair today. Which is no different actually from athletics. And I mean, I know Kadina Cox, who is a brilliant runner in the coordination impairment categories, and she's won medals here in this auditorium. And you remember she won golds in both athletics and cycling in Rio, which was an astonishing feat in itself. And she's an upright runner. But a lot of the time in everyday life you'll see her in a chair, but just has enough energy to be out of it for short periods and to win medals. Here's Romano, strong on the bench, 89, this for the lead, and 92, and she has got it. Excellent from Emanuela Romano. Oh, fabulous. Lifetime best territory for the former champion swimmer, and now in her own right a champion powerlifting medalist. That excellent silver and that great battle with one of the top Europeans. Pound for pound, Loida Zabala. Romano comes through, and Emanuela Romano is into the lead for now. One more to go, and this is Sakina Khatun of India, and well, she and her powerlifting colleagues, quite a few athletics colleagues as well, who've been in great medal winning form past decade, have definitely elevated para sport into the public consciousness in India. I know there's a colleague of mine who works in India a lot. He was there a few months ago, and one of the prime sports channels were just replaying a few top championships in para athletics, and actually probably powerlifting as well. Swimming being conquered as well. Sakina Katun then to go back into the lead. She's in the bronze medal position at the moment. This for 94. We've only had one miss. That was by Jessica Ferreira. Out of the 11 lifts to date, this is the 12th of the competition. And Sakina Katun going for 94 here. Interesting one. And it is 2-1 against. And differing reasons, one on the press and one on the body position from our corner referees. So she stays on 90. She stays in the medals, but in third place. So that's 2 of the 3 rounds done. Leading the way with the America's record at 92, Maria Rezenay da Silva, alongside Emanuela Romano, and that has whipped the record away from Maria Santos de Oliveira, who was going for 81 here. Her record has gone. Well, she currently stands in 8th place in terms of the race to Paris. Now, she is down on these marks today. This is for 81. She's on 90. And as you'll see, quite a few have overtaken her. Romano has lifted 92. So she has stepped up. This will place her up a few spots in the proceedings. So Maria Santos de Oliveira for 81. Well, a strong lift. She had only 20 seconds left on the clock, it's worth saying about that. We're going to go to the flags this time. And 3 white flags makes that a good lift. She leads the total lift as well. 226 in terms of the total lift. Her best lift, 81, goes 3-4-3. She's 5th in the overall standings, but right now she leads the total lift in 226. And there's only 3 who can displace her: Garces, Romano, and Maria Rezenay da Silva. And if any of those miss out, then Maria Santos de Oliveira, having lost her America's record, at least would have some consolation of being in the podium for the total lift. Naira Garces now of Chile, 75 and 80 already cleared, and this for 83. And this to put her in front in terms of the total lift. I would put her 4th. Rezenay da Silva and Romano are tied for now in the lead on 92. Katun will try and lift up again, so we've got 3 going for the gold in this final round. So this for 83. 2 successful marks already. The press, yes, interrupted, and the spotters had to wade in, and the chest sequence actually as well might have been a problem too, but the press sequence wasn't finished anyway. So she misses out on 83. She stays on 80, and that will be 6th place for her. And that's torn it a little bit in terms of the total lift as well. She's on 155. She's not going to get on the podium for that now. So Maria Santos de Oliveira finishes 5th. Neida Garces finishes 6th. And just lost a bit of control towards the end, unfortunately. And that was the end of that for her.
For their third attempt representing Colombia, Jessica Moreno.
Jessica Ferrero for Colombia. Well, she got 82 in the first round, missed 84 last time, going for 84 now. Well, she's broken into the international team as Jessica Ferrero. This is, again, lifetime best territory. She's out of contention for the total lift now. And no matter what happens with this, she will finish 4th in this World Cup event. Made her championship debut at the age of 30. So all set for 84. Had difficulty in getting this raised last time. What about now? Pushing and pushing. Not quite sure that's made it. Spotters had to wade in, and she's missed out. She got the first one of 82, but the next 2 attempts of 84, just not able to finish off, but all the same, 82 on the board, and openings, very good openings for further championships to come. And Jessica Ferrero finishes in 4th. She definitely would have wanted one of those 2 lifts, and there's no doubt about that. But still, 4th place in this World Cup is very good. Three to go. 3 attempts at the gold. There will, of course, be another attempt at an America's record as well. Sakina Khatun was aiming for the lead at the end of the second round. She led at the end of the first, but she is the 3rd last to go in this final round. This still is for the lead for India. Two Asian Championship silvers, Asian Games silver. Remember, the 2022 Championships have not happened yet. They will now be on next October. Commonwealth Games bronze. She's had a very successful career, and nowhere near done yet. 5th in the Paralympic Games in Tokyo. That angle from diagonally from the back makes it look as if she's all alone in the stage. It's anything but. The 4 spotters around, the 3 referees, her coach, who's watching from the other corner. I'm so glad to see that we have quite a number of former powerlifters who are giving their wisdom and their experience from the stage. Katun going for it. Still have plenty of time left on the clock. Does that put her into gold for now? Oh, it doesn't! Hits 2 and against on the body sequence from the 2 side referees. And Sakina Katun misses out. And it will be bronze for India. For Sakina Katun. 90 her best mark. It's 90 in the total lift as well. The body sequence. Watch the body. Have to line your back all the way through, and yeah, the back was being lifted a bit. There is a challenge from Sakina Katun's team, but there are a lot of elements in terms of that body sequence. The buttocks have to be on the bench as well. And the side referees, well, they'd have an angle to see that that was not the case. Whereas the centre referee can't see that. Centre referee gave it, the 2 side referees did not. So the challenge is on for Sakina Katun, lift challenge request. And now we wait. Rejected. So no luck again for Sakina Katun. Remember, the jury are voting on the lift the same time as the referees. And then it's basically the coach's challenge, asking for that envelope to be opened to see what the jury thought at the time, and they said no at the time. Maria Rizanide de Silva going for another America's record. This for 95, currently tied for gold on 92 with Emanuela Romano. At the moment they're both aiming for 95 in this final round, as Sakina Katun did as well. Maria de Silva was originally looking at 97. This for another America's record to break her own record from 15 minutes ago. So this for 95 for Maria Rizanide de Silva. And this to put her into the lead as well in the total lift. For another America's record. For 95. And she's got it raised very impressively. And that is a good lift. It's a second America's record of the day for Maria Rizanide de Silva. 95. She's bounding all over. Glory, glory. Ave Maria. 275 the total lift. 95 the America's record, and she's in the gold medal position. What a fabulous lift that was. So one more lift to go in this competition. For now, Emanuela Romano going for 95. Now if she goes to this and gets it, there can be a head-to-head lift between Romano and Rizanide. But not only that, Maria Rizanide can first of all elect to go for a power lift. to try and break the record again. And the powerlifts, since the last Fazza World Cup, since last year's World Championships, now count towards the final result. There was a famous occasion here at the World Championships in 2014 when we had a power lift from the silver medalist, which was successful. But it didn't count towards the gold. But nowadays, in 2022, it does. Emanuela Romano is elected to go for 96 here. This is for the gold outright. But of course, Rizenaida de Silva can come out for the powerlift to aim for another America's record and get the gold. And the powerlift is for records only, remember that? So Romano, the European silver medalist. This is again lifetime best territory. It's 88 going into this. Silver in Tbilisi at the end of October. This for a new horizon. 96, is it beyond her? It is beyond her. But you have to be ambitious if you're looking for the main medals. She's not got it this time. She's had a very good competition. And she picks up the silver medal on 92 kilos anyway, which is a lifetime best. And her total lift is 181. And that is good enough for the bronze. Maria Santos de Oliveira with the silver in the total lift. Maria Rizenaida de Silva with the gold in the total lift and the America's records. Is, in terms of the competition, the best lift. Maria Rizenaida de Silva the gold, Emanuela Romano the silver, and Sakina Khatun of India the bronze. It was asking too much, I'm afraid, as we look at the highlights of the competition. So the women's 50 kg victory ceremony. And the medals to be presented by Mrs. Sarah Al-Janahi, the Senior Manager at the Department of Economy and Tourism. Well, this was a great event because all three of these went for the gold right at the end. Taking up the bronze for India, Sakina Khatun went for 95 in the final round, didn't get it, got 90 in the opening round. Medalist at Asia Oceania, Asian Para Games and Commonwealth Games level. Those Commonwealth Games, of course, mixed in with the able-bodied event, a 1 day of powerlifting at the weightlifting venue, and was watching that on TV. Great crowds. Manuela Romano of Italy, well, she had a big tilt for the gold right at the end, and she picks up the silver for Italy. The European Championship silver medalist gets the Fazza World Cup silver in Dubai as well after that magnificent swimming career, and she's taken to powerlifting in exactly the same way. The winner with the new America's record of 95 kilos, Maria Rizenaide de Silva, the America's champion, the Pan Am champion from 2015, and aiming for top spot in Santiago next year. And we have the World Championships on this stage next August. This is a very good omen. She feels on top of the world. And the first two women's titles in Dubai this week have gone to Brazil. Maria de Silva with the gold. Now the national anthem of Brazil. She did her best to sing that anthem all the way through. What an excellent victory for Maria Rizenaide de Silva. Pan Am champion in 2015. She dedicated that title to her father, who had passed away just before those games in Toronto. She takes the gold here. And here's the total lift of Brazil 1 and 2, a couple of Marias, as you saw. And we're back for a second session at 3:15 Dubai time, and that's in just about an hour's time. So we're off to eat, and we'll see you.